Hello students, hope life is going normal and normal days will come soon. We will meet again in the classroom. Just before that, I just like to continue the portion that I have been discussing in my last class. I told you that we just started place mix, you know that in place mix I discussed two major components of place mix, and rest three will be discussed next class as I told. So today I will complete in the place mix part 2, where I will cover up three important function of place mix: channel of distribution or intermediaries, inventory, physical distribution. These three topic I will try to. So what I just want to before proceeding to the next point, I just like to revise the concept what I discussed in place mix part 1. I told you in part 1 class that what is the importance of place mix. What is place mix? Place mix also, unlike pricing and product mix, place mix is a crucial component of marketing mix, because which bridges the gap between production and consumption unit. Production maybe function may be done in any point of the country, but not necessary that the consumption point will be developed in the same area. Consumption point may be scattered throughout the world, scattered throughout the country, scattered throughout the state. So not necessary that company will reach to every consumption point, or the consumer will come to the producer physically in order to receive or get that manufactured good. So rather I can say the producer will try to design a system which minimize that gap, which ensures or avail the desired quantity of the product, right quantity of the product should be availed at right time, at right price. So what is place mix? Place mix is nothing but is that function which is smoothing the distribution process, which is smoothing the distribution channel, strengthening the distribution channel, and availing the product as per the requirement. I don't want to go detail. I discussed transportation in place mix last class. What is transportation? Transportation is a vital element of place mix which ensures the easy, smooth availability of the product. Transportation is nothing but the route, the way which the producer follow in order to reach access the consumer. So there must be a way, must be a channel through which producer wants to convey its manufactured good. So transportation is that function which ensures the producer, which ensures the manufacturer to follow it with minimum effort and minimum time as well as minimum cost. So mainly producer follow four important I told: roadway, railway, waterway, and airway. But I told you airway is not a very commonly used transporting means, because hardly company follow airway, because it is most expensive. Task for the producer. So rest three has to be properly evaluated before deciding the right means. If the producer has to evaluate each and every means of transportation and evaluate, judge it by using various technique. I don't want to go again the depth of the concept. After that, the right decision has to be taken whether to follow roadway transportation, railway transportation, or waterway transportation. Companies take decision accordingly in order to avail the product to the end consumer quickly, right time, with the desired quantity and right price too. I also discussed that what is warehousing. Warehousing is that technique which ensures the longevity, durability of the product. I told you that not necessarily whatever product has been produced that immediately will be sold, in the market. It takes time. It takes, you can say, some time lag or time gap. Not necessary, because whatever product has been manufactured, as we know how much will be the demand, we can't forecast the exact demand in the market. Exact demand. In demand forecasting, last year I told in managerial economics, we can anticipate the future demand, but not accurately. It is a relatively accurate. So, as we cannot predict or anticipate the future demand accurately, we can do it. We can anticipate it in the form of relatively anticipate it. It means we can't exactly anticipate or predict or forecast the future demand. Hence, we can say that warehousing is important. Suppose the demand is 5 units, but we produced 50 units or 15 units or 10 units. The rest 5, 15 or 45 units to be stored. Otherwise, this will lead to breakage, damage, spoilage, which lead to loss. So, warehousing is that technique which create time utility, which create possession utility for the company. Whenever demand rises in the future time, slowly and steadily we can release the stored product from the warehouse or from the warehousing. Is a system of storing, it's a procedure, it's a methodology of storing the finished product. Not every time finished product, sometimes we use raw materials too in order to create for the future use. So this I already discussed last class. Again, I don't want to go depth of this. Today I will start channel of distribution. Today I will start discussing channel of distribution. So under place mix, we have 5 major components. So today I will cover channel of distribution. Channel of distribution, or you can say intermediary. Channel of distribution, or you can say channel of intermediary. So students, as we all know that in between producer and consumer, we will find 1,000 and lakh kilometers, million kilometers sometime if we deliver our product to different corner of the world. That means that case 1,000 miles has to be. So is it really easy to reach the consumer? Is it really that much of easy to reach each and every consumer across the globe? In last case study I told that more than 75 countries Parle Products visits. So how they visit? Through a channel. Every product we produce in a specific area, but that has to reach to every house, every street corner, every village. How? It requires a channel, it requires a system. So again, shall we follow a unanimous system for all type of product, similar system for all type of product that we produce? Obviously no. it depends. It's a decision. So before that, what channel we require to follow, I will come up with some practical example. Just before that, how many labeled channel are there? Usually there are 4 labeled channel. 4 label channel. Usually company follow while distributing its manufactured goods to its end consumer. Let's see. So in first channel, one label distribution channel, producer, in between producer and consumer, usually we don't find any middleman. Here the producer always try to reach to each and every consumer in the society. Understood? This is known as one-way distribution channel. One-way distribution channel where the producer at one end, the consumer are at another end. Producer tries to meet the consumer directly by reaching its doorstep, or sometimes producer invite consumer to reach, invite each and every consumer to reach its doorstep. It's a very vital technique for many companies. So here question arises, what kind of company usually follow this kind of distribution channel? Students, this particular kind of distribution channel usually followed by the companies those who are manufacturing industrial product. The companies those who are manufacturing producers product. Companies manufacturing machine, tool, companies manufacturing you can say raw material of any product. You can say companies manufacturing lubricant, chemical. So their number of customers are limited. Limited in the sense, suppose I am a manufacturer of plastic, particularly for pen. So how many pen companies are there? In India we find 10, 100, 500. There must be a limited number. It is clearly known and identifiable. In that particular case, the company where the number of consumers or customers are known and identifiable, that particular case, producer will not interested to engage any middleman. In that particular case, the producer will try to reach each and every customer or consumer directly. It's a direct mode of distribution. The companies, those who are offering, manufacturing or supplying the industrial product. Industrial product means product for industry. They follow this type of distribution channel. But again question arises, are the companies only follow those who are producing industrial product, they are only following this kind of product? No. I can say many successful companies, those who are producing consumer goods, they also follow this particular channel of distribution. Like Bata is the brightest example. Bata establishes its own store across the state, across the city, across the towns and villages. We will find more than 10,000 Bata special outlets across the country in order to avail manufactured shoes, chappals, sandals, other accessory related to footwear. You understand, I think. So here Bata establishes its own store, own retail store. It is mainly controlled, operated by Bata itself. No middleman. Bata offer, so it's a one-way distribution channel. Apart from that, I can add some of the other shoe manufacturers like Sri Leather. You can say Prince Leather and footwear are some of the other examples. They follow Bata distribution channel and they get success up to a great extent. I can tell you another important example so that you can understand it well. That is Eureka Forbes. Eureka Forbes, you must know. It's India's first water purifier company. They not only offer water purifiers, RO system purifiers, but also they offer vacuum cleaner and other household products. So, company designed its distribution channel in such a way and manner, they also try to reach end consumer through its salesman, company's sales executive. They reach to each and every household. They do their own maintenance work. They promote their sales through the sales executive. They set a very good relationship with existing customer and create new customer directly through their salesman and sales executive. We try to understand what I am talking. So you will not find any people from any middleman, any retailer or any dealer in between producer and consumer. So why company follow this particular channel? I just want to tell you, if there is middleman in between producer and consumer, the profit could be distributed, profit could be divided among them. So when the company plan to capture its profit for its when company plans not to distribute or divide the profit with anybody and grab the whole portion of profit for company's development, own development and growth, so company follow. Apart from that, there's many other examples also available, but I can't, due to shortage of time, I can't able to explain all the examples. This is one-way distribution channel. Another two-way distribution channel is in between producer and consumer. We will find a middleman known as retailer. It is two-way distribution channel. This two-way distribution channel, two-way distribution. So here the producer, when a producer feel it is quite difficult in order to reach throughout the world, throughout the country, he definitely finds certain obstacle, certain difficulties in order to reach to each and every consumer, each and every doorstep. So company tries to appoint or tries to offer, supply its product to consumer with help of certain middleman. They are called retailer. Who is called retailer? The word retailer has been derived from the French word retailer, which means breaking the bulk, or you can say cutting into pieces, small pieces. The word itself denotes what is retailer. Retailer is a person who purchases a relatively small amount from either from the producer or from other middleman and offer very little amount to the end consumer. Very good example of retail shops, I can tell you, the local kirana shops, general store, supermarket, specialty store. I don't want to explain it because there is a special subject known as retail management, and you are well going in that particular subject. Nityanand sir definitely will explain a lot regarding the retailer. But I just want to tell you, while developing and designing the distribution channel, we find companies, those who are not able to avail all its manufactured product to the end consumer, they definitely add certain retailer in the form of middleman, and they definitely ensure the better product, timely delivering the product. Retailer plays quite important role. So I can tell you who are the companies who basically following one way, two way distribution channel. They use retailer, or you can say dealer. The companies, those who are manufacturing durable consumer good. Durable consumer good, I will explain this particular point concept in your next unit. There is a topic, product and types of product. But just before that, let me tell you that what is who are the company follow two-way distribution channel. As far as two-way distribution channel is concerned, usually company, those who are manufacturing the durable consumer good. Durable consumer good means the product that we use today and we are planning to use it, reuse it years to come, for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 or a decade or more than decade. Understand? So that particular case, the companies like the producer of smartphone, producer of car, producer of television, producer of personal computer, producer of furniture. So all those companies, I can count the example like LG, Samsung, Redmi. These are the company right now. They are following Godrej. They are following retailer. So in between producer and consumer, we have to. So that particular time, we can say either retailer or they may be dealer. They're dealing with a specific brand. So company appoints the dealer. Understood? So through dealer, they try to distribute their product well to the different point in the city or different point in the district or the state. So it could be easier for the company to reach each and every consumer where there is demand through their dealer or retailer. The company those who are manufacturing durable commodity, they follow this particular type of distribution channel. But all the companies again are not following this. There are some companies those who follow the distribution channel, three-way distribution channel, where in between producer and consumer we will find wholesaler or distributor, retailer and consumer. I think it is hazy, quite hazy, not clear. It is written wholesaler, retailer and consumer. The wholesaler, another point, another term comes in the distribution channel where producer appoints some distributor, wholesaler, or sometimes they are known as distributor. Distributor or wholesalers, their job is nothing but wholesaler is a person who comes between producer and retailer. Distributor or wholesaler's job is nothing but just to purchase bulk amount of product from one end from the producer and offer lesser amount, relatively less amount to the retailer. Retailer purchases small amount from wholesaler and offer very small amount to the consumer. I think you understand. Again I am telling you, this is known as three-way distribution channel. Three-way distribution process where wholesaler and retailer comes in between producer and consumer, and wholesaler and distributor acts a prime role in this distribution channel, who purchases the product from producer and sell to the retailer. Again, retailer plays also quite important in this particular system, where retailer purchases relatively small amount from the distributor or wholesaler and offer very limited and very less amount to the end consumer. Here question arises, who are the company following this particular system? Name some of the companies which are following this particular system of distribution channel. If you are asking about who are the companies really following this kind of distribution channel, I can answer you that the company, those who are offering FMCG product, fast moving consumer product in the sense, or non-durable product. The product we use for limited period, we use for 1, 2, 3, 4 times. All the groceries that we use, the spices, the papad, you can say edible oil, pickle, snacks, confectionery items, chocolate, all such we can fast moving consumer FMCG goods. So that case, the consumption amount is very frequent. Consumer demand such commodities, such products frequently again and again, and they use it very continuous, and you can say it can be, demand can be occurred, demand can be developed any time at any area. So in that particular case, it is quite difficult for the producer to find out and reaching to each and every consumer independently, or only retailer will sometime not possible, or number of retailers are huge. So company sometimes not able to reach each and every, producer cannot reach each and every retailer throughout the state, throughout the city, in thousands and lakhs, sometime in crore we find. If you will find out the total small retail vendors, you are uncounted. So in that particular time, we have to add one more party known as wholesaler. Wholesaler has been appointed, has been developed by the company itself according to the area, according to the district, according to the zone, sometimes according to the city. Company, sometimes 2-3 wholesalers have been appointed in one city. More than 5 wholesaler can be appointed in case of 5 or 10 in case of metropolitan city. So you can say that producer and in between producer and consumer, you definitely find a man called wholesaler who makes the product more mobility. It creates the strengthen the distribution channel. A third would be wholeheartedly in order to reach the consumer. The companies such as HUL, Hindustan Unilever, ITC, Indian Tobacco Company, Procter and Gamble's, Tata Consumer Product like Tata Salt, Tata fast moving, all the fast moving products like Tata Basin or spices, whatever product Tata manufacture in the fast moving FMCG segment, they follow this particular distribution channel. Apart from that, many companies manufacturing, you can say Leher snacks, Haldiram snacks, they follow this particular channel. Nestle, Cadbury, or many, yes, almost all the company manufacturing, small manufacturing, fast moving consumer product, they follow this particular channel of distribution. Apart from these 3 main distribution channel, last there is another distribution channel in which comes in between producer and consumer. You find a person called agent. A person called agent. Agent comes in between wholesaler and producer. Wholesaler and producer, we will find a person known as agent. and through agent, wholesaler tries to procure the manufactured good, and in between wholesaler and consumer, we will find retailer as given earlier stage, retailer which leads to consumer. So in between producer and consumer, we will find three parties. So you understood wholesaler and retailer, but you don't know who is called agent. Agent is a person who comes in between the producer and wholesaler. When a company manufactures its good offshore, abroad, and want to distribute its product to the alien country, foreign country. So if I want to procure the edible oil manufactured by a USA company, don't have any branch in India, don't have any production unit or offices in India, but I can purchase, I can import that manufactured edible oil from US, right from US. So how can I have to contact with an agent who will deliver the product on commission. So agent in between producer and consumer. When the producer and wholesaler are quite distantly exist, you definitely find a person called agent who communicate or interlink between the producer and wholesaler. Understood? So agent plays quite important role in the foreign trade, foreign you can say importing or exporting a product. So agent plays an important role. A wholesaler retailer comes accordingly. So the company, those who are planning to manufacture, sell its product in the offshore countries, in the offshore market, in the foreign market, across the globe, they have to take help of different agents. They are known as agency which is dealing foreign trade. Foreign trade agencies, they are called foreign trade agencies. These are the various distribution channel followed by a different company. Whatever company you like, manufacturing goods or services, they follow either of this distribution channel in order to reach the end consumer and facilitate and offer the products and services smoothly, right time, right place, and right quantity. Understood? This is about channel of distribution. Last portion I left out, that is last component of place mix. Inventory. Management. What do we mean by inventory? Inventory is nothing but it's a procedure. You know, production process, the whole production methodology, it's a cyclical process. I just like to tell you how production process works. Raw material has to enter into different layouts. Layout 1, layout 2. This has been explained last year. Layout 3, layout 4, layout 5. Layout means a machine or a group of machine creates or generates a layout which leads to output. So whenever we input some raw material into layout 1, it process and which turn to a semi-finished product and used as a raw material for layout 2. Again, after that, the layout 2's raw material could be transferred to layout 3. This procedure usually followed, and finally we get the, and this always goes on systematic and cyclically, continuously. If anything wrong happened with any of the production system, suppose something wrong happened, technically wrong happened, suppose unavailability of raw material or any trouble in machine or unavailability of a spare part or any tools or equipment. So suppose this particular layout stop working, it means rest layout 4 and layout 5 will remain idle. You can't say by jumping or by skipping, you can't skip the layout 3 whenever you want to jump to layout 2 to layout 4 or layout 4 to layout 5. You can't skip. So if anything trouble occurs, that means the rest of the resource, rest of the process will be dead. So what I can say, so in order to maintain the total system of production continuous and smooth, the inventory plays quite important role. What is inventory? Inventory is nothing but a procedure of maintaining, it's a technique of maintaining the stock of, raw material, semi-finished product, raw material, tools and equipments. It become hazy, better I will explain. So stock of raw material, semi-finished product, tools, equipment, you can say other requirement like spare part, lubricant, accessories, which is essential for a production system. It may be semi-finished product, it may be anything. So whatever as I just told you, if something trouble occur in any of the production system, any of the layout, any of the machine, has to be immediately identifies the trouble, and we have to go for its clearance. If we will not actively, promptly, will not do the thing, that means that the whole system will go to coma. So inventory management is nothing but maintains the raw material, stock of raw material, semi-finished product, tool, equipment into that extent, into that particular extent, which definitely give a continuous flow of material, availability of material, so that unavailability of raw material, unavailability of tools, equipment will not result, and which lead to smoothening of its operation. So how is it really? There are many techniques to maintain the inventory in financial management and production management. You will be discussed very easily, very detailed, that techniques such as ABC, always better control, EOQ, economic order quantity, perpetual inventory, the technique I like off-seasonal, on-seasonal, HML, high, medium, low, and many other techniques. There are many other techniques that will be explained in production management and financial management in detail, that how inventory procedure has been taken, or how inventory procedure has been carried out in the industry in order to ensure the uninterrupted, untroubled production system. This is all about inventory management. This is important function of place mix. Last but not least, that is physical distribution. Physical distribution is nothing but it is the procedure of distribute physically a product right from the point of manufacturing to the point of consumption. Physical distribution ensures how smoothly, correctly, timely availing the product to the end consumption according to the demand. It means physical distribution is that technique which chooses the right transportation medium, which chooses the right warehousing technique, which chooses the right medium of distribution channel. It chooses right technique of inventory, so that the whole system of distribution could reach at right time, at right price, and at right quantity. Understood? This is all about different important component of place mix. This week I will have an interaction with you people very soon regarding different doubts which arise in your product mix, price mix and place mix. Next has to be discussed, that is promotion mix, next week. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with me for today's class. Thank you.